Yo, what is up, guys? It is Fried here. Welcome back to another video. I'm going to read another creepypasta. If you remember last time, I did creepypasta battle, Teletubbies the Playground versus Faceless. I actually am not sure what I'm going to post. Actually, I know I'm going to post some things. It's just I'm not running out of ideas. It's just I want you guys to give me ideas of what I should post on YouTube. Yeah. Welcome back to another creepypasta, and the creepypasta we're going to be reading is the lost episode of Sonic X, episode 81. I remember seeing a YouTuber I watched, so this is a YouTuber I watched named Diamond, and he actually read it as well, and yeah, I like his YouTube channel, so consider go subscribing. I remember I used to watch it when I was little. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy this video. Alright, here we go. The television series Sonic X is infamously known for its declining reviews and his very well unliked character, Chris Thorndike. I myself can't stand him. The show ran from 2003 through 2006. I think it has a total of 78 episodes total. However, there do exist two lost episodes of Sonic X, episodes 79 and 80, but no one has heard of the obscure and infamous episode 81, or as its another title, episode 80, since neither 80 or 81 were ever released. This episode did get two different dubs, an English one released in the US and a Japanese one, which German subtitles were showed for some strange reason. When the episode aired, it was pulled from airing only 5 days after the release, but not through any complaints or anything, because 4Kids had realized the depressing and rather snuff content featured in the episode. The episode's presence and existence are scarce since it hadn't aired since April 30th, 2006. However, I guess a friend of mine used to record each episode of Sonic X, including the extremely terrible ones, quote-unquote, nearly all of them. He used to be such a Sonic fan, he didn't care. When I remember that looking at the discs he put the episodes on, there was a true episode 80 or 81, as the previous two were unaired. So I made the decision I'm not sure I should have done. Looking at what we call the lost episode creepypastas, everyone seemingly wishes they never watched it, but I did, okay? I'm a sick person. Unfortunately, the DVD did not work, as it was in ungodly condition, and the player did not read the disc well. There was an alternative. My friend was able to record this specific episode, as well as all of the first and second seasons on VHS, including this episode, which I'm not sure was either from season, I don't think so. If it would have been planned to be. I think this episode was from a later season, if there was one, alright. What about the episode? So I sat down with that particular friend and put the tape in the VCR and watched some Sonic X. It began with the traditional Sonic intro, no music, edits, or anything. Unlike the previous counterpart, episode 80, just the Gotta Go Fast intro, so that played as it should have. The only real difference was the lighting, and animation was slightly darkened about 20% in shade or gamma, or whatever you call it. So then the episode began. From what the info my friend was able to tell me, the episode's title was Infection. It opened up with the silent camera panning over a brightly lit blue hallway that seemed to have some messages written on them. They looked like numbers, displaying dates. One was 6/11/1979. In fact, most of them were on that date. If you look at them with a good memory, this listed the death of John Wayne. And the reason these were written, neither of us could condone. There was a picture of WWE superstar The Undertaker on one of the walls, which really confused me. Is nothing in the Sonic universe that wasn't from the Sonic the Hedgehog series is ever mentioned, as far as I know. So we go into this bedroom, most likely belongs to Sonic. He was sitting on his bed, looking pretty sad, and visible tears could be seen dripping from his eyes. Tails came on into the room and began talking to Sonic. Tails, Sonic! What is it, Tails? Tails, there's some mail for you. Sonic's facial expression changed from being sad to angry as he said, "Wait, what? That's mine? Who would mail me? I thought you were the only one who liked me, buddy." That was obviously out of character for Sonic. He was never like this. Maybe in a few fanfics, but in the show, he was never that angry. Sonic takes the mailed letter that Tails had brought him. I really don't think it was mail because there was no stamp or envelope. Instead, it was just a weighted up pink piece of paper with a heart sticker on it. It was a love note from the obsessive Sonic fangirl Amy Rose. Who else would it be? You know, at this point, I wondered what was going on to happen since Sonic had broken his character. Sonic I don't know that. I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I'm gonna just skip that. Accepted. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Maybe Amy likes me as well, he said. He then smirked at the camera smugly. Yo, I just imagine how it would look like if he did that. I'll have an image right here. This is what the image would look like. Okay, all right, let's continue. Hang on a minute. Was Sonic playing around? I thought he was. But truly, I knew something was coming. So Sonic had told Tails to tell Amy he accepted, but when he told him to, he sounded like he was going to burst with rage. When Tails tried turning back, Sonic told him, "Just do it!" But his voice sounded deeper. His blue fur began to get darker. So Tails rushed off to Amy to tell her Sonic said yes. When he found Amy, as you would expect, she was painfully annoyed, eager. Sorry if I keep stuttering, by the way. But some are aware that Amy is not such a fan of Tails. When he tried to tell her, she at first didn't want anything to do with it at all. But when Tails explained, she was pleased. Back in Sonic's room, Sonic's fur was a little darker than the end of his last appearance. He looked in the mirror, and there was no reflection. Maybe he was a vampire or something. Amy was walking to Sonic's house around an alleyway, which had also had stuff pinned on it, such as movie posters, a poster for Hellboy 2004, a poster for Spider-Man 2 2004. I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. A poster for All Dogs Go to Heaven 1989, and a poster for Demonic Toys 1992. Vandalism. Some possible gang or clan writings and messages with the word Natas written 16 times. I don't know what that means. I counted. If you hold the word Natas up to a mirror, it spells another word, the name of an evilest one in existence. Mario game posters. What are Nintendo game posters doing in a Sonic show? And supposed game tips for Resident Evil as well as the original PlayStation 1. Amy got out of that graffiti-infested alleyway and got to where Sonic lives. I don't remember an exact location. She went into Sonic's location, where it cuts to about 30 seconds for walking to his room, where more has seen on the wall, such as a picture of Imhotep from the Mummy 1999. I don't know who that character is. Alright, I'm gonna stop saying that stuff. Poster of the Black Knight Ghost from Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed 2004. Amy went into Sonic's room and found him just sitting on the bed like he was in the beginning of the episode. She went to hug him, and Sonic accepted as he normally would. But that was only the beginning. Sonic's fur had gotten the darkest it could been, almost bordering on black, like Shadow the Hedgehog. His pupils were also bright blue, and his sclera was blood red. He very well had fangs too. Sonic, Amy, I don't know any better way to tell you this. Well, Amy, what? Tell me, my love. I'm sorry. Sonic, I'm not just Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a monster. Okay, why did I put that picture? Oh my god, I can't. Okay. Amy, no you aren't. I'm so sorry that I keep doing this. Sonic, If you just wait a minute, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Sonic then began to transform. It was like if he were about to turn into the werehog, but something was stranger. You know how Sonic's been made into a beast by fans and even Sega? Examples: the werehog from Sonic Unleashed, and the Hedgehulk from the fan fiction, The Incredible Hedgehulk. Hedgehulk. Oh, Hedgehulk. I was pronouncing it wrong, which isn't finished yet. Both of those depicted beasts are kind of kid-friendlier, but this one, whoever was in charge of it, took full advantage of making him into a creature. What made him different from the werehog was not only that he had Sonic's normal size and just had some dark blue fur dangling off of his arms like chains, and that his skin was darker, but he was the way he acted. At first, he was kind of remorseful, but now he was acting like a complete savage. Take a look at me. You still like me, Amy? I'm so sorry that I keep laughing when I keep doing these voices. Sonic said in the demonic voice, deep voice, that sounded like the kid from Demonic Toys, except it was a little bit less dark. Yes, Sonic, you haven't changed that much. Besides, Amy said as Sonic interrupted with, I'm a freaking creep. Look at me. I look like I came from hell. Oh my god, Sonic. In the same demonic voice, deep voice. I didn't know that they were a reference to oh, never mind. It happened in the last episode, supposedly. Sonic then started crying blood as he said, Amy, I want to be with you. The next part made me jump. Amy went to hug Sonic to comfort him, but suddenly he let out the most animalistic roar I ever heard in my life. He then grabbed Amy and bit her left arm. He was like, roar! I screamed the first time I saw this, and I've seen this like 3 times at least. The screen cut to black and began flashing random colors for about 53 seconds. When I returned to the episode, it looked like something had happened to Amy. She had pale skin. Her pinkish hair had darkened a bit. She had fangs, not to mention the bite mark, which was oozing with blood. There was no explanation. She was a vampire! So that's what Sonic was supposed to be, a vampire. But most vampires are normally human and have pale skin, not blue dark skin. Well, there could be different vampires, you know? Tails walked into the room, most likely just returning home, and that's where most of the gruesome things happened. Instead of just biting him and turning him into a vampire, Sonic got into a spinning ball move and hit Tails, ripping him into shreds. Luckily, there was no blood or gore, so I didn't get sick from it. Wait a second. I hit Tails a few times that way playing Sonic 2, and nothing happened. Oh well, Sonic X kind of sucked anyways. Then we watch a montage of Sonic repeating the same process to some of the others. For example, he killed Cream, Knuckles, Charmy, and thankfully Chris Thorndyke. Amy, on the other hand, had killed a couple of townspeople by using her feigns, as she does have a lot of haters. One of the townspeople had blonde hair and looked kind of old. He almost looked like Donald Trump, well, before becoming president. He was in movies like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Zoolander. I don't why they managed to slip disrespect to a future president in an anime that was canceled 10 years before the other townspeople were equally familiar. There was one that looked like Penelope Pit Stop from Wacky Races, as well as another one that looked like Boo from Monsters, Inc. As the episode came to a close, Sonic looked like he was ready to eat a woman who looked like Marilyn Monroe, but Shadow the Hedgehog, out of complete random, just showed up and shot down Sonic with a sniper rifle. Shadow had guns back in the day. The woman who looked like Marilyn Monroe sighed and, with relief, immediately walked away. Amy, furious with the murder, attempted to kill Shadow, but he shot her clean in the head, not before she bit him, infecting him as well. Shadow left the corpses alone, but he looked at Sonic's lifeless body with all sort of, oh, yeah, look. A message that flashed onto the screen in Italian. I had translated. Years of portless revelry have come, and it all came down to this. Any such acts can get one killed and maybe sent to the underworld, especially when a vampire. Shadow then hisses at the screen and says, Sonic and Amy are now gone. No more blue and pink hedgehogs. After that message fades away, the episode ended there with the normal outro and the end credits. The only thing after was the Metro Goldwyn Mayer Tanner the line logo. Wait, what? The MGM had nothing to do with this. What is the doing it at the end? I actually kind of liked the episode. It would have been nice to have a re-airing. I did some research, but I was kind of low on results. But I do know some things. That MGM logo was at the end was displayed to hide the existence of the episode's proof of belonging to Sonic X or whoever was responsible for 4 kids. I meant to say belonging to 4 kids, but I'm not going to redo that sentence. I do know MGM had nothing to do with it. Upon research, yes, there are indeed people who know about the episode besides me and my friends. The very few people who viewed it, it's during this first airing. I have to make a theory quick. This may have been possible rough draft for Sonic Unleashed. Could it be? I still have that VHS, and I'll always have it. I won't post footage on YouTube or anything to avoid copyright claims. The only way you'll see it is if I get transferred to digital format. I can email it to you. The other way is if I know you in person.